Are limiting subconscious thoughts preventing you from being successful in reaching your life goals, creating meaningful relationships, or being healthy? Find out through accurate and targeted muscle testing. In this particular video, we're going to cover the 11 different positions of muscle testing so you can find the technique that works best for you. Why are we the way we are? Why do we fight or disconnect from each other, suffer with poor health, or struggle just to get by? It's our subconscious mind. We all start out being so authentic. Then, with limiting beliefs in our subconscious mind, we create pain and suffering. But with Sakuso, you can reprogram the subconscious, reconnect with your authentic self, and get more life out of life. Hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to start learning how. The most important take-home message from this particular video is that muscle testing can work for you.
So let's dive into those 11 different styles. But remember, choose a calm space to work in. Relax. Let go of outcome. Feet flat on the floor. Let's try that. And chin parallel to the floor. Eyes gently down. And then use gentle pressure. Okay? And then use 6 calibration tests before you start your session. And those 6 tests are, first one, situation you like and situation you dislike, correct name, incorrect name, and repeating yes and repeating no. Then we can start. Okay, so position 1 is an index finger. You can
so
show
feet flat on the floor, chin parallel. Index finger is this. And basically, the way it works, you can do it on your chest. I like doing it that way, so it's Satomi. But you can also do it on a table or anything, any surface that's convenient for you. So basically, the way it works is that what you're doing is this finger is going up, and then this other finger on your other hand is pushing down, right?
Yeah.
So you just want just enough pressure to hold it up. You're just holding your finger up, and then just pushing down just very gently the same pressure each time. And so this is a strong response when it stays up.
It stays up.
It stays up.
If it goes down,
that's a weak response.
Yeah, and this is my favorite one. And then position 2 is scissors. And
So that's like this. And so this is the one that's going to go down or stay up, right? And then what you're doing with your other hand is just simply pinching them together like this, right? And you're just using the same pressure each time again. And so this is a strong response, and then this is a weak response.
Yeah. And position 3 is a ring and a finger.
So making the ring, and then the other finger either pulls through like this.
That's
that would be
weak.
weak.
Yeah.
Or strong stays like this.
Oh, next position is you can do 2 rings.
Very similar, making 2 interlocking rings, and when you pull apart and they stay together, that's strong, or when one pulls through, then that's weak.
And the next one is a reverse pinch. That's your favorite?
Yeah. So I'm making a circle with 2 fingers on my left hand, and then I'm using 2 fingers on the other hand. They go inside the circle, and then they push apart. So this is a strong response, and this is a weak response when it breaks the circle.
Yeah. And next position is body sway. You use your whole body.
Yeah, and in this one you would typically be standing. That's the normal way to do it.
Yeah.
But I'll be out of camera if I do that. So I'm just going to sit, and you just have to imagine my legs being straight, standing up. Okay. Checking to see if you swing forward, which is a strong response, or you sway backward like this, and that's a weak response.
Usually you start swaying, right? And then you can feel the pull.
Yeah.
Or push.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
it's really cool how that works. Yeah. It's kind of like it's pushing you away. It's like, no, I don't want this. Right? So it's like, it's funny. Yeah.
So that's a body sway.
Yeah.
And the next one is a pendulum. And I have a pendulum here. And then we use a pendulum. So this one, you have to find your strong response and weak response. And at different from
So
person
there's
to
an
person.
extra step with
Yeah.
this one. Yeah.
So I'll find my strong response by saying, show me my strong response. And it starts circling. This is my strong response. Right?
So it's like looking from the top. For her, it's a clockwise circle. But it may not be that
For other
way
people.
for other people. Everybody has a different
Yeah.
strong or weak response.
And then next one is show me weak response, and it start swinging this way, right? So this is my weak response.
Yeah.
And Paul has different response,
Yeah.
right?
Mine is a circle for strong, just like hers, clockwise from the top. And then instead of going
This
forward,
way,
backward like that, it's
Sideways.
side to side.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's just
And some people like clockwise is strong and counterclockwise is so everybody's different. So important thing is find your strong and weak response for this one, and then start.
let's show a strong response.
Okay, show the strong response.
Yeah. So she's getting a big circle. You don't need to have a big circle. You can have a tiny little circle, right? So as long as it's consistent and you're comfortable that it's giving you that response, consistently.
Yeah, and then you're not not doing this, right? You're just holding your arm and hands steady, and the pendulum will start moving on its own.
I mean, obviously, if you watch that in slow-mo, that video, you'll see Satomi's arm moving when she gets a strong response or weak response. Just little tiny things. But she's not consciously doing that, right?
I'm not doing
she's just holding it consciously, but subconsciously is where the response comes in. And subconscious mind controls your body, and it'll give you these little movements that'll end up moving this pendulum.
Yeah. And the next one is a crossed finger.
So this one's really nice because it's one hand. You notice the difference here? I'm only using one hand. This is the finger that will go either up or down. So it's one I'm just holding straight. And then the top one, is the one that's going to push on it, right? It's going to use the same pressure every time. So this would be a strong response, and that would be a weak response. So strong, weak, right? So great having one hand because you can do it on the sly. So if you're out at dinner, you're not sure if the food you're going to eat you're going to be okay with, your body's going to like it, you can ask questions just under the table like that, right? So
yeah, handy one.
Yeah.
And then next one is a sticky and smooth.
I love this one because it's quite different from the other ones, right? So it takes a little bit of practice. They all do, but it's a little different. I'm just gently touching my fingers together, and when you do your statement, and you keep going, and it keeps going like that without interruption, that's a strong response, because it's not sticking. But when it sticks, it just stops, right? Or starts to get, jerky. That's a weak response. Because what's happening is you're getting a little bit more sweat. We've been telling you this is kind of like a lie detector, this whole thing. Literally it is. So this is one of the things they measure is that sweat, right? So this is a way of measuring your sweat. It's really cool. Yeah.
And next one is a forearm position.
Okay.
You want to show?
So with this one, you're using your forearm. So this right here, right? And this is the part you're just keeping it straight. And then you're pushing down with your other arm like this. So this is a strong response because it's not going down. This is a weak response, right? So it goes down. Yeah. And this is a really good one for people also who are in bed. So what you're doing then is your arm is up, pointing up. Your body is, flat, right? Your feet are towards the wall now, not the floor. So that's your orientation point. And then your chin is parallel to not to the floor. Now it's parallel to the wall. And then your eyes are still gently down, looking downward. So you're still looking at kind of the tip of your nose kind of thing, right? So yeah, and you just basically do the same.
And position 11, using the forearm, and then this is the traditional
full arm.
Yeah. 2 people testing position,
Let me
And
go like this actually.
yeah, okay, I'll come from
So
behind.
change your,
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay, so the one person getting tested have arm up, right? And then I'm gonna be the helper, and I should be using the gentle pressure, be relaxed, right? And then one hand on the shoulder and one hand on the wrist, and then use gentle pressure, same pressure every time, and then press down just tiny bit, just like this. And then if the arm is staying up, this is strong response, and if his arm drops, that's weak response, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so a couple other things to take note of is that, as with all of these, right? My arm is only using enough strength to stay up. I'm not fighting Satomi with this, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm
not
not
like.
that.
So yeah, I'm just holding my arm up and I'm relaxed and I'm let go of the outcome and all that stuff. And another thing is that when you can drop and lock, right? So I'll just show that. Okay. So that's a drop and lock. That is when your arm gets strong after just a little drop, and that's considered a strong response because there's still strength there, but you're not responding instantly with the strength. You'll tell the difference between a drop and lock and a weak response. There's a definite difference. And remember that muscle testing is great for finding limiting subconscious thoughts. But if you want to take the next step and free yourself of them, then just visit our sakaso.ca website and schedule your free life breakthrough session. So what's your favorite style of muscle testing position? Let us know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us through our sakaso.ca website. We'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share. And if you want to learn more about how muscle testing can help you get more life out of life, then be sure to subscribe to our Sakaso YouTube channel. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.